How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? JT Sanders here. So, for today's topic, I am going to say this. If you ever, and I mean ever, feel like you're being stalked, manipulated, or abused in any kind of way, please refer to the national hotline for manipulators and abusers, because it's bad enough that like people often have to go through this every single day. You know, it's the least we can do. Like, it may not seem much as help, but or at least this hotline will help you get you back on your feet and make you feel safe, because you will never know what lurks behind closed doors until it's too late. That being said, welcome to the commentary. Now, if you guys watch mukbang videos, then I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with YouTubers Nikado Avocado and Stephine Soo. Now, jumping forward, all throughout the years, these two have done collaborations with each other, often doing mukbang videos and sharing a good time between one another and just eating a whole bunch of food. I'm pretty sure I get hungry by looking at these videos. When you get hungry looking at these videos, it's just overall a good time. Like, everyone's laughing, you know, sharing their personal stories, you know, like I said, good times. All of that came to a halt when back in 2018, another mukbang YouTuber known as Veronica Wang, who was also Stephanie's friend at the time, accused a YouTube parody channel known as Shukbang. Now, what Shukbang videos consist of is essentially changing the context of the original source materials, or the videos for that matter, to have a comedic effect. And like I said, this has no intentions of harming or disrespecting the original source material. Now, Veronica kind of took offense to this and eventually took legal actions to Shukbang. They at one point got the channel taken down because of it, and dragging Nikado here into the mix, calling him manipulative and calling him all sorts of names. Here's when things get hairy. When Veronica and Stephanie were friends prior to the drama, and this relationship eventually fell out due to the fact that Stephanie was feeling uncomfortable of Veronica's personality, and it felt that they were not getting along. Since Nick knew that Veronica and Stephanie were friends, he eventually reached out to Stephanie and would ask her about the issue and drama. Knowing that was way too soon, he would invite her to do a video with Nick, trying to get her to explain what was going on between her and Veronica. And knowing that was way too soon, Stephanie politely declined, saying that, well, I don't want to talk about this at this moment. But as time went on and like Nick and Stephanie got to know each other, Stephanie would come forth and would discuss the problem privately, take note of the word privately, via text message, saying that, oh, well, this is so and so happened, and then Nick would take this as an invitation to discuss the situation online and like for the public. Take note that this is all when these two were filming another mukbang videos, so Nick would then like ask her to speak about the issues through the video, and she would decline, and like Nick, being the respectful person he would call her like a strong, independent woman, and would ensure her that everything is okay, and would try to like ease his way into like making her discuss her problems. And at first glance, it might not seem as much, but I feel like in actuality, there's like tons of red flags going off in Stephanie's head, essentially kind of making her feel very uncomfortable at this point, because not only that Stephanie has made several remarks that she doesn't want to explain what was going on at the time to the public, but like Nick is pressing her to do so. Like he's essentially like not taking no for an answer. And this kind of snowballed into her explaining why the whole thing's making her uncomfortable, and eventually she kind of stopped hanging out with him because of this, which was a good thing, honestly, because if I were to be approached to a guy who makes videos like this,
there's a lady behind me feeding cats! She's feeding the stray cats! Don't feed the cats! Stop feeding the cats! Stop feeding the cats! Stop feeding the cats! No! Feeding the stray kids! No! Don't feed the cats!
I would low-key block his ass not talk to him again, and just move the fuck on. It took Stephanie a long time to like realize the events unfolding before her, because when she looked on Nick's Instagram and Twitter, Nick would literally like had the audacity to post, videos and like Snapchats or whatever and pictures, stating how he felt betrayed and stuff, and how he felt lied to, and like all these like passive aggressive remarks about Stephanie. Like, didn't state her name directly, but it was implied that he would like that he claimed that he was the victim or whatever, even, and like he was trying to make her feel more comfortable, but in reality it's just making Stephanie feel extremely uncomfortable. And it's like it took a while to finally come out and confess, and uploaded a video titled "Why I'm Scared of Nikado Avocado," which fully explains her ordeal in complete unedited 40-minute details of her situation. I'll post a link in this video in the description below, just so that you guys can like look at this. It's really heartbreaking to see her break down and like have like a full-on like panic attack. There are a couple of instances throughout the video where me personally, I thought she was gonna have a whole panic attack on camera, because she was just so like distressed. She was like so distressed about the whole thing, and it's kind of alarming on how Nikado himself just feels unbothered by this. Like literally he posted the video on his channel like as if nothing happened, him happily eating his food, and I don't know, and it's just like, why would you force someone to explain what they're going through and then try to like twist and bend their words, saying, oh, but you didn't do this, to try and make them come out? That's very manipulative, and I feel that people never like Nikado because of this, and I can kind of see it. It's very disgusting. It's probably like one of the most like heinous acts I've seen out of all my times of being on YouTube. Like, it is one of the most like disrespectful things I've seen so far, and that's saying something coming from the dude who makes very disgusting, distasteful jokes. And it's like, you just gotta know your barriers, and Nikado doesn't know which line to stop crossing, and I'm pretty sure he crossed mad lines. And aside from the fact that Nikado wanted to drag her husband into the mix and other people into the mix, but I feel like the most like, not the most uncomfortable thing, the most shocking to me is when while she was confessing, she was apologizing for her actions, and she was apologizing for speaking out, and it kind of just made me feel really terrible that she feels terrible addressing the issue. Like, I feel that nobody should feel terrible and make them feel any less of themselves and coming out with what they're going through. Like that takes the most bravest person out there to talk about what was going on. And I feel like the reason why she didn't leave him, this was in the span of like 3 days, when Stephanie and Nikado were making a video. Like, within those 3 videos, Stephanie felt very uncomfortable. Like, she felt extremely terrified. It's like a lot of like red flags that's going off in her head. It's like, okay, well, what should I do here? Should I leave? Should I dip? Should I stay here and try to work my way out of this? It's just like she feels like a burden because of this. Like, she feel like she should have done better. But I feel like in actuality, like, I think what Stephanie did, I kind of think like she, like, a natural reaction. We all have this natural reaction where we feel as if we leave, we feel like shit to ourselves. And I understand this, where she is brought up and trained to be this polite person, where if you leave somebody, even though they're mad disrespectful to you, you tend to think that you are less of a person when you try to be a bigger person and leave. If that makes sense. Please let me know if it's making sense. It's totally not her fault. Nikado is, like I said, a disgusting human being, and I feel like she should not be apologizing, but instead should be calling him out because of his horrible personality. If you don't want to talk about anything, nor if you want to speak about anything towards like to anybody, and if somebody's making you confess or like talk about something that you personally want to talk about, leave them. You know, drop them, block them, do whatever, drop contact with them, don't ever speak to them again, because those people are manipulative, and they will do anything to take advantage of you. You don't need those type of friends in your life. If you guys have any comments about Stephanie's situation, like, state your opinions below. Like, what do you guys think? And as I said before, I will post a link of the original video along with a few other articles on the description below. I will see you guys in the next video.